You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okello, live from Seattle, Washington, USA.
Greetings, beautiful people. My name is Simon Javan Okello. I am in Seattle, Washington. I would love to know where in the world you are joining me from for today's episode of the African Father in America podcast. I am really excited for today's conversation because we are going to explore the meaning of this amazing Yoruba proverb. We have an amazing Yoruba proverb here that is going to ground us around today's conversation. And the proverb says that what you give, you get 10 times over. What you give, you get 10 times over. Please share with me your perspectives on this proverb in the comments below. And if you are joining me outside of YouTube, please also share your comments under the video, because I know we are live on X, formerly Twitter. We are also live on Facebook. We are also live on LinkedIn. And we are live on AMP, which is an amazing audio app that is run by Amazon. So no matter where you're joining me from, I just want you to take a minute and engage with this content, comment and share, and let's grow a fair podcast across the universe. And I also I have a couple of events that I want to tell you about in a moment, but I really want us to ground ourselves in today's proverb from the Yoruba community. I love this proverb. It says again, what you give, you get 10 times over. And during our episode today, we will discuss this proverb and really how we can apply what it's telling us in our lives. And I think there are very many ways that we can apply this proverb in our lives. But I will share 3 nuggets of wisdom with you in a moment, so that we can gain some wisdom and really learn how we can live a more fulfilling and abundant life, because that's what this proverb is encouraging us to do. But before I go too far, I want to just share an upcoming event that I am producing that is happening this Sunday. This is the Taste of Madaraka Festival on September 17th at 6 to 9 p.m. At Langston Hughes Performing Arts Institute. I don't want you to miss this one. We will have live music by One Vibe Band. I will be performing myself, so you don't want to miss the Taste of Madaraka Festival. I will talk about a different event later on. But I'm really passionate about the Taste of Madaraka Festival because of the food. I love food. I don't know who amongst you don't love food, but especially we serve different cuisines every single month of the Taste of Madaraka Festival. And this year, from September to March 2024, we have chefs from different parts of Africa and also the diaspora. So this month, September, we have a Ugandan chef. Her name is Regina Bukenya, and she's making delicious Ugandan, meal for us. A delicious Ugandan dinner, 3-course dinner. We will have drinks provided by Rumba Notes Lounge, and we have great company. A lot of people who are joining us are sponsors of the Madaraka Festival, partners of Madaraka Festival, community leaders, non-profit leaders, and we also have musicians and artists and volunteers, people who make Madaraka Festival what it is. Over the last 9 years, we've been producing the Madaraka Festival, and if you want to meet some of the people behind it, you should join us this Sunday at Langston Hughes Performing Arts Institute. Now I am back to our proverb. For those who are just joining us, thank you so much. I learned recently that over 75% of people who are watching the Afia podcast on YouTube are not subscribers, and I would love for you to take a minute and subscribe, and also encourage one other person to subscribe as well, because The more subscribers we have, the better the guests that we are hosting and the better the shows that we are having. So it's really, really important for you to support me that way. I shared earlier that our proverb today is from the Yoruba tribe, and it says that what you give, you get 10 times over. What you give, you get 10 times over. I just want to share it visually for those who are just joining us, because I see that quite a few of you just joined us, and I shared it over there on my screen. What you give, you get 10 times over. I love this proverb because it's really encouraging us to to live a more fulfilling life, live a more abundant life, live a life of giving, and so I want to share 3 nuggets of wisdom around this proverb. And the first one says here that the first nugget of wisdom says that the law of reciprocity is our first nugget of wisdom. It says that what we put out into the world comes back to us. When somebody reaches out to you for help, a genuine person, these days we live in the era of social media. We live in the era of trickery and thievery, and so many people will reach out to you, but they really are not in a space where they need your help. Maybe they could work a little harder, maybe they could help themselves. But if you really find that somebody needs your help, and you help them with your whole heart, then whatever you give is going to come back to you. But what this proverb is saying is that if we are kind and generous, we will receive kindness and generosity in return. That's really beautiful, So if you are hoarding something, find somebody who really needs it. The second nugget of wisdom is here, and it says that it's around the power of intention, And it says that when we give with a pure heart, I just touched on this, our gifts are multiplied. I love this, It's almost like planting a seed. I'm a gardener. I love farming. And a lot of the time you take seedlings and you plant them and you hope that something is going to sprout. And if you're a good and diligent gardener, you will find that something does not just sprout, but it grows. And instead of just the one seed that you planted, you get a lot of fruits. And you also get a lot of vegetables, and all of this produce even more seeds, hundreds, sometimes thousands of seeds that you can plant again and you can share with others who might need to also establish their own garden. So it's really important that you pay attention to the idea of giving with a pure heart. Sometimes we give, but our stomach is grumbling about it, like, oh, I should have not given this guy a ride in my car. My car is so clean, and this guy did not even shower. Oh, this guy just came from a soccer game and they're messing up my new Mercedes Benz. You should not think like that. When you give somebody a ride, just give them a ride, drop them off, and clean the car happily, smiley. Number 3, our third nugget of wisdom says that the importance of gratitude. This is now another one. A lot of the time we are not grateful, We are not grateful for what we have, We are not grateful for the food that we eat. We are not grateful for the money that we are making. We are not grateful for the families that we have, for the opportunities that we have, And so this proverb is teaching us that when we are grateful for what we have, we attract more good into our lives, When we are grateful for what we have, we attract more good things in our lives. I think that's really beautiful, because when you think about it, a lot of the time, once I work with a lot of artists, I work with big artists, I work with small artists, especially around the production of the Madaraka Festival. And there are artists who are going to be very, 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 very grateful for any opportunity that you give them. And there are others who are going to want more, you give them an inch, they want a mile, And so what this proverb is teaching us is that when we are grateful for what we have, you get more, And so just remember that the more you give, the more you get. So in the spirit of this proverb, I want to encourage you, if you're watching or listening to the show today, I want to encourage you to start giving more to others. Even time, you can give your time to your family, to your loved one, to your passion, and even to yourself. The more you're generous with yourself, the more productive you can become. So it doesn't have to be something big that you're giving to someone or yourself. Even a small act of kindness can make a big difference. So when you give, you are not only making the world a better place, but you are also setting up yourself for an abundant life. So that is the end of our time together today. I just want to thank you for being here with me throughout this week. Today we don't have a guest. Today I am the guest. Today I'm the guest, and I'm really, really grateful to all of you who have really supported me over the last 3 years, but also those who just supported today. Those of you who are watching, let me see if you commented and engaged with the content. Wow, I love this. I see. So Joanne is a big fan and has been supporting the show for many years now. And so Joanne says that, hey, Javo, listening in from Nairobi, Kenya. I love that. I hope Nairobi is treating you well, Joanne. And so Joanne is saying, what you give, you get 10 times over. What you put out there always comes back in abundance. Always do good. I agree with that. And then Joanne says here that I love my Luo and Oriental cuisine. Yeah, I love Luo vegetables. I love the brown ugali myself. I love Luo cuisine. I don't know what Oriental cuisine you love, but tell me more in the comments, Joanne. I want to have a better understanding. Then I see that Jura Polycarp has also joined us here. Thank you. And he says that, hello, Javan, I am watching you from Kenya. Very nice, very nice. Thank you for watching me from Kenya. And then Steven says here that, hey, family, following from Kisumu, Kenya. That's beautiful. And he says, what goes around comes around in equal measure. That is true. That is true. I love that. Steve is part of my team in Kenya, and I'm very, very proud of you, Steve, for all the amazing work that you do with One Vibe Africa over there. And then I see another wonderful friend of mine, Masha Mutisi, who is a Zimbabwean, queen, who does amazing things here in Seattle, in the community, and is also one of the featured chefs for the Taste of Madaraka Festival that I was just talking about. Masha will be making us a Zimbabwean dinner in December. So don't worry, if you miss the dinner this Sunday, you can come in December. It's the third Sunday of December, and enjoy some Zimbabwean, food, So remember, this September the 17th, we have Ugandan food served by Regina Bukenya. And then in October 15th, we have Kenyan food served by Chef Shelly. And then in November, we have Ghanaian food served by Chop Chop, Brainy Beats and his wife. And then in December, we have Masha, And then January, I'll tell you more about January and February and March, But we end in March, So it's September to March every year. This is going to be our routine. And this is how we are going to be galvanizing the community around the Madaraka Festival. After the festival happens, we eat together, we galvanize our sponsors, we galvanize our partners, artists, and also artists who cannot make it to the main Madaraka Festival stage. The Taste of Madaraka Festival is their platform, where we are able to continue nurturing talent that eventually will be on the main Madaraka Festival stage. Now, as you all know, I am an event producer. I don't just produce my own events like Madaraka Festival, but I produce for other organizations and other businesses their events as well. And so on September 30th, I'm producing and pushing and helping the African Chamber of Commerce of the Pacific Northwest with their 23rd annual Africa Day Business Forum. I have it on the screen. I love what African Chamber of Commerce of the Pacific Northwest is doing, and that's why I don't work with brands or organizations that I don't believe in, And so join me on the 30th of September at the Motif Hotel in downtown Seattle. And even if you're in Kenya or the Congo or South Africa or Angola, and you have a US visa and you can make it to Seattle on September 30th, you should be here. This is an event where a lot of companies that want to do business with Africa show up. One of the companies I'm excited to see this year on September 30th is an electric bus company. Electric buses are becoming popular here in the US, across the world, as people are, advocating against climate change and environmental degradation. So this bus company is coming. They're bringing a bus from Portland, which is a nearby city, to show the attendees how this bus could actually be perfect for Africa, So if you want to enjoy the bus, if you want to enjoy some other companies who are bringing incredible, stories, opportunities for Africa, the Africa Day Business Forum is your opportunity. I just want to tell you all that I'm grateful for your time today, and sadly I have to end now, and I will be seeing you here again tomorrow. I might have a guest tomorrow, and then we'll continue on. This is a consistent journey of changing the narrative about Africa, one proverb at a time. So again, if you're just joining the show right now, take a minute and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and engage with me. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this entire episode. And also, if you are in Seattle and you can't afford the cost of attending the dinner this Sunday, please send me a DM on my Instagram. We have an opportunity where we are partnering with Seattle Foundation and a number of other incredible partners. So we are also going to cover your cost of attending the dinner. Not for everyone, but for people that reach out and let me know that they really want to be there. And we will make it happen for you. Okay? So thank you again, and take great care of yourselves. Peace and love.
African father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. African father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okello, live from Seattle,